Developmentally, you have learned the tympanic membrane is actually formed by the first ectodermal flap, and internally there is tibotympanic recess. That is, there are the four membrane. Out of this one membrane, first branchial arch membrane, there is fusion of opposite side of the ectoderm and endoderm. This part is fusion part is makes respectively the inner surface and outer surface of tympanic membrane. The outer surface is cuticular, that means it's continuous with the skin of the external ear and external acoustic canals. Inner surface of tympanic membrane is continuous with endodermal lining of tympanic membrane. In between this narrow part, it is mesodermal. It is mesodermal. In this way, tympanic membrane is formed by all the three layers. This middle part of tympanic membrane is the fibrous, and it's having radiating and circulating fibers. This is main components, middle part of the tympanic membrane. Tympanic membrane is oval shaped, approximately 9 to 10 mm in diameter. And remaining is circular fiber. And this membrane is attached to the margin of tympanic flap of temporal bone. Now its outside is continuous with the skin. This is external surface is lined by skin. This skin is very thin skin is continuous with the external acoustic meatus. This external acoustic meatus also line the outer surface is cuticular. So this part is cuticular. Same way, inner surface is mucus line, middle ear endodermal line. So inner side is endodermal, outer side ectodermal, middle part mesodermal. So developmentally, all the three germ layers contribute in this partition. It is known as tympanic membrane. Tympanic membrane is tense. Most of the outer peripheral part is tense due to its attainment of the fibers. In this way, most of this part is known as pars tensa. But very small part where there is no middle fibrous layer, it is comparatively loose along with the processes of the one bone. It is malleus, and in this way it makes the two processes, medial anterior and posterior medullary fold. It follows the processes of this bone. So this is the handle of malleus. Handle of malleus. And supero-anteriorly there is the part is comparatively loose. It is pars flaccida. Now, handle of malleus is situated in middle layer. Then part of the bones, actually a part is situated above the cavity. It's epitympanic recess. You will be learned in the middle ear, and then it's continuous with the part of incus bones. So there is lateral process is also seen in relations with the tympanic membrane. So this part is seen from external surface This is external surface of tympanic membrane. But this both the bones are clearly seen from the medial surface. Here only when during the examination, so when light is focused, then we can see the envelope medius and envelope lateral process of this incus wall. Inner surface is just opposite to this. Here is the incus medius and one of the important nerves which pass between the malleus and incus. This deeper more relations we will be learning within the cavity. This is the relations on medial surface of tympanic membrane. So here this is the only part of the gross anatomical part of external ear, pinna, lobule, external acoustic meatus, tympanic